Want to inject a little romance into your piano playing? Well, I have a hack for you, and it's really simple. I'm Piano Man Steve, and I help busy people living busy lives who have a passion for making music get the most out of the piano with the limited time that they have to dedicate to it. So let's dive in, shall we? What I want to show you today is a very simple technique that when you're playing from chord symbols, you can use to add intimacy and thicken up some a little bit of ballad playing, and I'm going to show you what it is here. Let me put my teaching screen up. So let's say that you're playing a part of a song that really doesn't have a lot of rhythm pattern. Maybe the drums weren't playing at the time that in this section of the song or something. And so maybe all you're doing is just kind of playing quarter notes or something up here. And you're kind of just playing whole notes in the bass line, right? Like this. And I'll use some songs here in a second. But what I want to show you is what you can consider doing that can really add a little pizzazz to this, but without making it without tampering with the intimacy and the quietness of that moment, is in your left hand, whatever chord you're on, I want you to break that chord up and arpeggiate it. But there's one rule of thumb. In the bass line, most of the time we try to avoid the third of a chord. Okay, now what does that mean? So we're on a C chord here, right? So 1, 2, 3, that's E, right? 4, 5 is G, 6, 7, 1. We want to avoid the 3 as much as possible in whatever chord we're in the bass line. And the reason for that is that when you're in the lower register of the piano, it really gets muddy. And so when you put notes too close together like that, even though the harmony is right and these two notes sound lovely together here and here and here, when you get down in that lower register, it's muddy. And it kind of just makes everything sound cramped and stuck together. It has to do with the way the size of the waveforms and the sound, but it doesn't matter why. It sounds the way it sounds. So we want to create a little extra space. So you want to go 1, 5, 1. Okay. Now listen to the effect it has. So when we were just playing kind of long held notes in the left hand, it sounded like this. I'm playing a C chord followed by a G chord with a B in the bass. Okay, I'm just kind of moving down the scale, then an A minor chord. Okay, so watch what happens when I put this arpeggio thing in. We're gonna go 1 and 2, 3. Then we'll let it hold 1 and 2, 3, 4. On the B, because we're playing a G chord, even though we try to normally go 1, 5, 1, we're on the 3. That's the 3 is the bass note, right? So B, okay. So we're going to still use the space that we talked about. We want to jump farther than just there, which would be the next note in that chord. So we're not going to go B, D. We're going to go B, G. Okay? And by doing it there, that harmonizing of the G and the B, which we would not want to do this low on the keyboard, right? But up here, it's high enough in the register that it doesn't get so muddy and yucky. So we kind of, we're kind of playing by ear a little bit here, but like that. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And then on the A minor chord, we'll do 1, 5, 1, right? 1 and 2, 3, 4, which comes out to A, E, A. So listen to how it sounds now. See how that thickens it up and it gives it a little bit of depth, and yet it doesn't make the song sound suddenly like there's a big rhythm machine behind it pushing it forward and speeding it up or anything. It stays very intimate, very romantic, very sensual almost. And it works nicely if you want to do like a toggle in the right hand. That's where you play the chord with the top part of your hand, like that, and then toggle to the thumb, and then back up. Now, some songs, you literally can do the whole song that way because it is kind of set up that way, right? A good example of that would be Joe Cocker's just gorgeous rendition of You Are So Beautiful. You could play it like this. But you can also do this. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful. Can you hear how that adds a little something? And the other thing that's nice about this is that you don't have to pick one or the other. You could decide, okay, this is a song that never really, has like the band jump in and like drive it forward with drums and everything. But maybe on the first verse, I will just play whole notes in the left hand. You are so beautiful. Maybe here when he goes, can't you see, right? Maybe then we want to add that in. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. So you can use that to literally give, to change it up just ever so slightly in one section of a song to another section of a song and give each section of the song its own little identity, right? Or to build a little bit of an intensity arc because it adds more notes. It adds activity without changing the vibe, right? But there are other songs where there's sections of the song where this is going to be applicable, and then other sections where you come in with a full-on rhythm pattern and you wouldn't do that anymore. A great example of that might be Your Song by Elton John, okay? So you start out. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. And then eventually, maybe when you get to the chorus, This one's for you. You can tell everybody this is a song. It may be quiet, and at that point you just move to a straight rhythm pattern. Like dum, bum, 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 with your left hand, and you're not doing that anymore. But in that early section before the band really kicks in, it's a nice way to give it a little bit of depth, a little bit of activity. Or in that whole first section, maybe you get all the way through that first chorus before you even start with the rhythm pattern, and so maybe you open without doing the arpeggiated thing in the left hand, and it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside, not one of those who can easily hide, but there's a section here that boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. And now right here would be a good time to change it up. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My song, yeah, this one's for you. And maybe you just keep that up. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind. Put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. And now, coming into the second verse, we just move into a straight rhythm pattern. Can you see how by using that strategically at different sections of a song, and also using just like whole notes underneath with your left hand, and then moving to the arpeggiated romantic technique, and then moving into a rhythm section, you're creating an intensity arc, an emotional arc for the song. It doesn't change the vibe. It doesn't mess around with ultimately the rhythmic integrity of the song, but each section is building toward the next section. And what it does is it gives you, even though you're just a single piano player playing this by yourself, it makes it more three-dimensional rather than one-dimensional, right? Like the whole song doesn't always just sound like this. And it never changes. No, what you're doing is the equivalent of what happens in the studio when they bring other musicians in and whatnot. You're building upon, you're literally using tools like this so that you can build an intensity and an emotional arc throughout the song. And then if the song cools off again later, you can always move backward toward that romantic arpeggio technique, and also move back to whole notes if need be. So it's a really, really powerful but simple thing to do. All you have to do is find your octaves and then play 1, 5, 1. And if you're on an odd bass note like the 3 or the 5, then it's going to be like, in this case, where you're on the 3 of a B flat chord, on a D here, right? So it's going to be 3, 1, 3. B flat or D, B flat, D. And if you're on the 5 of a chord, so if it was E flat with a B flat bass like this, it'll be 5, 3, 5. And it's less important that you get really good at like naming them by the numbers. I'm using the placement inside the chord because, you know, remember what we're talking about here. If you're on this chord, then we take that E flat and make it a scale and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 is G, 5 is B flat. But what's more important is just to understand that the notes out of that triad, if you're on an odd bass note, we just want to make sure that there's a gap between whatever your lowest note is and whatever your middle note is. So when you're on the root of the chord, that gap puts you from 1 to the 5 and then up to the 1. If you're on the 3 of the chord, it ends up that gap is from the 3 to the 1 to the 3. And if you're on the 5, if you're playing on the 5, the root of the, the 5 of that chord, then that gap puts you at 5, 3, 5. Okay? Most songs don't have a lot of odd bass notes. Some artists like to dabble in it more than others. Most popular songs, the root of the chord will be what you're playing in the left hand, and so you'll be doing the 1-5-1 thing. And this is not just for older music. I mean, Adele has a beautiful cover that she did of a Bob Dylan song that was written in the 90s, heading into the 2000s, called To Make You Feel My Love. This would work beautifully on that. When the rain is down on your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. It's a very universal pattern. Works out great. You can go all the way back to Elvis Presley. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. So give that a try. I hope it's something that you can put in practice in your piano playing, along with other things that you've been picking up to use with your chord symbols and your rhythm patterns. Give it a try. See how you like it. See how it enhances those beautiful songs of love and life that we embrace on days like this. For those of you who don't know, I released this on Valentine's Day of 2026. So that's why we're talking about romance. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it's something that you can take and put into practice right away and that it enhances your piano game. If you enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you'd give it a like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Let me know what you would like to know about in the future. Let me know what you thought of this video. If you have any questions, all helps me put out more usable and useful content in the future. And of course, check out my free song learning blueprint webinar over at pianomanapproach.com. There's a link down in the video description where you can learn all about my whole system and my song learning formula and all that good stuff. So if you're curious about the whole system that I teach, check it out over at pianomanapproach.com. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here and for checking out this video. And I will see you on the next one. Remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. I'm Piano Man Steve. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.